Oh my God, it's the 6th of January 2013 already, and this is my weekly review of the candles that I've burned in the last 7 days or so. And burning in front of you, you can see a Bath and Body Works candle, a 3-wick burning. This is actually marketed under the White Barn label and is snowed in. So for those of you who are fans of the Bath and Body Works Slatkin White Barn, this is one of the gold tops rather than the silver tops, and I don't quite understand the different branding, but this is a White Barn. Anyway, it's burning really well. It's snowed in, which was part of, I think, the fall, holiday, winter range. I'm not sure quite when it came out last year, but I'm really liking it. It's quite a deceptive fragrance on the cold throw, which was a bit sort of not very inspiring, quite faint when I sniffed it when I got it. I think this was one that I bought, well, I know this was one that I bought without having smelled it in advance or remembering smelling it in advance, off the site in the UK, in a bit of a panic really when they said they were stopping stocking any of the Slatkin range. So I got in a big order because it'll be kind of the final time I can buy any of these candles over here. And so I'll be restricted to when I go to the States on holiday, which is not that often at the moment. But when I lit this for the first time the other night, I was really blown away by the smell when it's actually burning. It's got a really quite strong fragrance. I can't kind of check what the notes are underneath, obviously, because I'm burning it, but I'm pretty sure it's a juniper-based fragrance with some type of fir or pine or cypress, and also, is it bergamot? No, I'm kind of sniffing. It'll come to me. But juniper, maybe a sage. It's a bit like the note on their cucumber sage candle, which I had in the summer. Anyway, it's very nice. It's definitely an autumn winter fragrance. Slightly smoky, slightly cologne-y. Definitely an elegant, understated pine juniper undertone, but very refreshing fragrance that I really like, and definitely a good transition fragrance from the very full-on evergreen pine balsam fragrances that I've really enjoyed over Christmas, but are very associated with Christmas as well as winter generally. So this is a really good transition from those, because there's that kind of undernote into the new year, although it's still winter. So although it's just very wet here and not at all snowy, I'm really loving Snowed In. Now, I finished a lot of candles this week, all Bath and Body Works Slatkin. First of all, I finished off my least favourite of the holiday fragrances, which was a pine and apple one called "'Tis the Season," jolly kind of red. It wasn't a brilliant burn from about a third of the way through. I actually had to heat it up and pour off some of the wax a couple of times to stop the wicks drowning. So although it started off with fairly vicious flames, it didn't burn brilliantly all the way through. It's a very kind of cinnamon apple fir, cinnamon and apple rather than pine fragrance, I would say, and definitely shouted Christmas, but a little too unsubtly for my taste. So I'm not sure that would be a priority as a repeat purchase if it comes back in future years. much more to my taste, but a very definite Christmas fragrance again, because it really smelt of fir tree, pine, was evergreen. I really liked it. It was a good burn throughout, very Christmassy, but crisp and not too synthetic, which pine fragrances can make you think of loo cleaner or bathroom cleaner quite a lot of the time, and this didn't really. I enjoyed this. I did buy fresh balsam, which smells very similar, cold certainly, and slightly stronger, if anything, than evergreen, although the sales assistant in the shop, when I bought the two of them, said that when they burned, evergreen was actually the stronger, he thought. I was going to make the comparison, but I never got round to burning my fresh balsam this year. I had that flu bug for about 2 weeks, so I wasn't really burning very much in December until Christmas itself. So anyway, I enjoyed that. Usual amount of wax in the bottle, of course, which I will be trying to salvage with hot water. And then probably my favourite of all the Christmas ones was this Merry Mistletoe, which was a repeat purchase for me. I had it last year. I enjoyed it. I really kind of associate it with the festive season now. There's a bit of pine in there, but a bit of citrus. So it's just a lighter, slightly subtler fragrance that doesn't kind of shout at you pine or cinnamon or anything like that. But I really associate with Christmas now. I think the actual notes are frosted cranberry, which I don't get. The fruit is very subtle on this. It says frosted cranberries, blue spruce and iced citrus. So I'd call it a very sweet pine, but really light fragrance. Not in the sense that the throw isn't good, it's excellent, and this was a good burn. And it was, my favourite, in short, Christmas candle. I've got a backup, thank goodness. And my other favourite, which is very similar, I think, it's called Winter. I've got a couple of those again. I expected to burn one of them in the run-up to Christmas, but I didn't burn that much. So I also nearly finished, but not quite, will finish this week, a mini in, I think in fresh balsam. Too small for me really to make the comparison fully, although it wasn't the strongest throw, it was only mini. I took it on holiday with me when I went to France for a couple of nights and burned it in the hotel room, and it was quite nice when I was close up to it in bed, but otherwise I couldn't really smell it, but that can often be the case with the mini candles. So I shall finish that this week, and I've got 2 foodie candles going on as well, also Bath & Body Works. That seems to be what I'm totally burning at the moment. I've got a frosted cinnamon, which is lovely, really enjoying it. Really like a creamy sweet marzipan fragrance, like it a lot. And the peppermint mocha that I think I've talked about before, which I'm not, I'm not 100% behind it, but it's okay. I'll certainly burn it through, but not repurchase. So that's what I've been burning this week, enjoying. The holiday's over for me now, back to work tomorrow. Quite looking forward to getting into a routine again. Lots of long winter nights ahead to burn some fragrances off. Hope you're all well. Happy New Year to you all. Keep well, keep burning, and keep watching. Bye for now.